All right, Big Mag, today is Thursday. It's December 1st. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. Full crew again. We're running back what we did last Wednesday. It's myself, it's White Sox Dave, it's Chief, it's Hannah, it's Danny. How's everybody doing? Danny, we'll start with you.
I'm about a 7 on the scale right now.
Why is that, bro?
It's 27 degrees out now. It's 7's usually like my base during winter.
It's fucking cold.
Yeah.
I just got back from Boston, New York, and it's significantly colder.
It dropped quick.
See what I'm wearing?
Long Johns. Is that what they're technically called?
I'm wearing they're what are they called?
Joggers?
They're like
Jogger?
the Under Armours for your legs.
They're like tight. They're like
leggings, tights.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're like yoga pants.
yoga pants. What do you think about that? Do you like when guys wear not like snuggies for the? Like, do you like when guys were real tight?
That's a little vague of a question.
What do you mean?
And all I think of like is lacrosse players and how they wear either black or white leggings underneath their shorts.
You like the skull cap?
No.
You know, the skin tight spandex hat people would wear under their football helmet.
I never had one of those.
Really? You know what I'm talking
I
about.
know what you're talking about.
I have one for hunting.
Do you?
You
have
full,
one
like
to
the
go-
full body one?
You have one to go to Northwestern games as well.
No, I usually wear the
Yeah,
Sox
yeah,
bomber hat.
Oh, you're saying like the Jorge Soler?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and like
Yeah,
the
and
Tom
it
Brady
fits
scuba
under-
suit.
Right.
The scuba suit.
The scuba suit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh, okay.
Scuba
All
Tom.
right, yeah.
What do you think of? So Chief has this bright orange hat, and Tom here also has a hat.
I know.
The bright
Brought
orange
this
hat.
fucking up to him the other day.
Yeah.
But
Stolen valor.
well, I feel like it's almost like one fedora per group.
Yes,
Yes,
it's stolen
yes.
valor from Chief.
100%.
I mean, he's not wearing it today. He's wearing green.
Because you've worn it every day since.
I will say I walked over to grab the remote because the one for the lounge is missing over by the sales team. And Maggie, our sales woman who is here, like she just goes, Tom Lay? And I like didn't say anything. And I walked past. She goes, oh, you're not Tom Lay. And I'm like, you just saw the hat, didn't you? And she was like, yeah, I saw the hat. I thought it was Tom.
That'd be like me wearing a pea coat.
Yeah, exactly. You got hat outside. Someone was wearing a peacoat the other day. Was it Smitty? I don't know. I forgot. Someone at HQ was wearing a peacoat, and I thought of you. So you're the.
It's Dave's thing now.
It is. You're
Yeah.
I don't think that's my thing. I think you saw me wear a peacoat once. And
I went to J. Crew on over the weekend.
sweet.
There's one on Southport, and yeah, sorry, I was shopping for deals on Southport for the holiday weekend. Anyways, they had a peacoat there, and I didn't get it because I was like,
Thought of Dave.
nah.
You could have got it if you wanted to. I would have.
I'm
said
gonna go a
nothing.
different direction.
What direction are you going?
Well,
Tried the Canadian tuxedo, it just wasn't a good look on you.
oh, it's a great look. I love that look. But you can only wear it.
You don't
like,
know fashion.
a couple times, Dave. I don't know fashion, but I know what I like, and I like that coat.
It's gonna go with a puffy vest.
I do like a puffy vest, but it's not good enough for winter. I you know what coat I've always loved, but I always thought I couldn't pull it off.
What's that?
Is like the camel one that Biz has, like a camel colored. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
the one like Dave wears a lot.
Dave Portnoy.
Yeah, he's got like a.
Like a bomber jacket?
Yeah, he's got like a
But
camo
it's like a
bomber
no
jacket he wears a
camel,
lot.
like it's-
camel.
Yeah.
The one that he wore to the Winter Classic.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
that.
know what you're talking about.
Oh
Look
yeah,
up
Biz came
camel
in
hair
town.
jacket.
They had like a Chiclets fucking tasting for Pink Whitney at Binny's, and then he like instantly bought like a $3,000 jacket.
Yeah.
and it was like the sickest jacket ever.
It's so sick.
Yeah,
And-
it's a nice jacket.
yeah. So they,
I think it's camo.
I can't
Another
do.
one with that heard camo.
I have a
Camel.
I have a camo jacket. It's actually that's what I wore here today.
did you?
But these jackets, I think they're fucking fire. And I just like even the one I clicked on. This is on Macy's. Like the guy is in shape. He's wearing a turtleneck. Like it's just like this isn't me. But I would love it if it was me. But I just need to find the right one.
Yeah, the pea coat might as well be a Williams jersey at this point. But I feel like the most. I'm
your
always
number
very
back
embarrassed when I'm at a place and I see I have the same shoes as someone.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
I mean, that
No
would
one
be
else?
weird.
No, I also don't. I can't recall any time I've ever noticed. I'm just not a shoe guy. I'm not really a fashion guy. I don't think I've spent a lot of time looking at people's feet.
I don't really look at bottoms at all. Like I don't like.
Yeah.
You're missing out.
You know what I mean?
Missing
Like I recall people's like shirts.
Yeah.
But like I can't really recall like people's jeans. Like I don't.
Well, maybe if it's a standard like Nike Air Max, yeah, no one's gonna notice. But if you have like kind of a newer, more unique shoe that has like blue and yellow in it,
sure,
it's very noticeable.
If it's very noticeable, yeah,
I got noticed. This guy's copying my style.
You're right.
I notice shoes. I feel like they tie the whole thing together. Like for
They do.
guys, that's
Yeah.
what you look at.
Thank you, Hannah.
Excuse me.
Fashion,
They
fashion
do.
Dave.
Oh man, we're
They
on the same
absolutely
team
do.
now. Like,
Yeah, you guys are.
oof.
Before we continue, we should say it is cold, and if you're looking to go to a game, you should bundle up. But if you're looking to go to a game, you should also use the Game Time app. The exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports, created by fans for fans. Game Time is a ticketing app that makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows, and they guarantee the lowest price. If you haven't given Game Time a shot yet, we don't know what you're waiting for. You guys are going to love this app. We've had tons of Barstool fans using it, hitting us up on social about the great deals they're getting. I will be in the building, Bears-Packers, this Sunday. I'm
All
excited.
Mm.
I'm excited. There
Are
will
you
be.
going to leave at halftime?
I'm sure there will be tickets available. I'll be there. We're going to win the game. You left at halftime, too. Who you giving shit?
I had a White Sox game to watch. I had an excuse.
What are the White Sox in September that were fucking in the cellar?
Yeah, it was a White Sox versus Tribe game, or Guardians game, and it was when they were tied in for the division. I had a legitimate excuse.
Boo.
Zero shame leaving anything early.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
If it's cold, it's cold.
I left the Notre Dame game at halftime. It was a blizzard. I wasn't sticking around for that.
It was pouring, yeah. The Bears are
Yeah.
3-8, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Regardless, I'll
There
be
was
there.
0-0 at that time.
Yeah, but we knew that wouldn't be good.
We probably jinxed them into winning by leaving early. So
Yeah.
you're welcome, Bears.
But regardless, Bears Packers, there will be plentiful tickets to go around, and you should check the Game Time app to get those tickets. Download the Game Time app, go to the account tab, create a login, and redeem code DOGWALK for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Download the Game Time app. Last minute tickets, about lowest price guaranteed.
Makes a nice little date, too. There's very limited things you can do now because it's so fucking cold. Just go inside, go to the United Center, see whatever's going on there, see a show, Blackhawks, Bulls, whatever. It's a nice night out.
And you always get bonus points for telling your date you have the hookup
Yeah.
with the discount code.
There we go.
Very true.
She'll love that.
Ed, how cold did you say it was in Boston? You just got back?
It was like beautiful. It felt like I think it was like
Fall.
40s.
Yeah.
Can-
It was
can-
like that like 3 days ago here.
So
and then
nice,
it just,
dude.
2 days
Yeah.
ago,
2
it
days
was
ago,
60
yeah.
degrees out.
yeah.
It was so nice. We were
Sweating walking the dog.
bustling through the town.
I like Boston.
Boston crowd was on fire too.
You said there was a lot of. You said Portnoy was the one who got the fourth biggest reception.
Yeah, I mean it was a heavy Minifan crowd base, which to be expected. Very rabid, loyal fan base
Yep.
over there. So Minahan got a huge pop. Rico, they love him too. He calls into the show all the time. So yeah, it was very odd to see Dave, and obviously Dave got a huge reception as well.
Who is the
It was just
third
funny.
ahead of him?
I don't really have like a Richter scale, but I'm just
Okay.
saying it was of note that like Dave wasn't number one.
Okay,
You know
all
what
right.
I mean?
I thought it was Kirk Minahan, Blind Mike, and Cool Name.
I don't think Blind Mike was there. Maybe I'm wrong. I didn't see him though.
He didn't see you either.
That was good.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, you blind guy.
I see what you
Yeah.
did there. Blind guy.
I like the Kirk Minahan show, and I feel like talking about it is like talking politics. But when there's like a Barstool event that Kirk Minahan is in, it almost feels like you're going to like Riot Fest. Like you're going to have your Blink-182 fans, but there's also going to be the 9 Inch Nail fans.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
You don't want to bump
Yeah.
into.
Yeah, dude, that's actually a great way to put it.
Yeah, I like Minahan when he's been on our shows, but I am very afraid of his fan base.
Yeah,
so I just don't.
But like you need like an Eminem calling
You
out
just-
the industry. You can't be all BOBs. And
No,
Lil
no,
Jon.
but you just like
Yeah.
have to really understand it. I feel
Yeah,
like you just have to get it.
it's a great format.
Yeah,
show.
yeah. You just got to get it, and like backstage, like
what is the format?
Kirk's just normal.
It's kind of like this.
Like just don't take it too serious.
Yeah,
Like don't take it seriously. Just fuck around. Like they're gonna say fucked up shit and just roll with it.
Okay.
Like I'm saying, they're gonna say really fucked up shit.
all right. I'm gonna check it out. I think.
That's just all there is to
Once
it.
again, before Stooley's Clubhouse clips this, I love the Kirk Minahan show.
Yeah, Kirk's great.
I was just making.
But
a
that's the thing.
metaphor.
It's not for everyone. I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
for everyone. But if you're not cool with that, then maybe you won't like it. But if you're fine with that, then you will like it.
All right. Well said.
But speaking of that, they have like a huge rivalry going on with Keegs. Keegs was cracking me up yesterday. That fucking tweet, I don't know if you guys saw that. She tweeted a picture of her thermostat in her hotel room.
I
You
blocked
saw
it this
that?
morning.
she tweeted that the caption was perfect as well. It was her thermostat was set to 75 degrees in her hotel room, and it said, "All you fat boys wouldn't last a minute with me in my hotel room."
Facts.
What does that have to do with Minifan though?
They have a rivalry. I don't exactly know what it stems from, and that's where it's like that's like their world. Like they have a bunch of like
little bits going on.
yeah,
all
little
the time.
bits and
Yeah.
like little like secret jokes and stuff like that. So that's like a running gag. Is like there's a continued standing rivalry with the Minifans and Kelly. So,
But you said it was 40 degrees. So what do you? Yeah, that's like heat weather.
She
Yeah,
had
you wanted to put the AC on.
75. You don't
75 is insane.
Yeah,
well,
what the
75 is
I
like.
could be
Okay,
staying
well-
at a hotel in Antarctica. I'm still keeping it at 68.
oh, here comes the chick.
Is there a difference between?
mean-
is there a difference between 70,
Yes,
75
It's huge.
AC and 75 heat?
Okay.
She have the heat on or the AC?
I mean,
the-
he-
Oh, that's
It's
fair.
whatever it's just the temperature of the
Yeah.
room.
No,
No,
there's a cool and a heat button.
Because if you turn it higher and it's on cool, it just stops. Mm-hmm. When it off.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I feel like I'm a psycho thinking about this now. We used to blast the heat when we would get ready. Like Molly turned it up to
In the-
80 once.
Wait, in Arizona?
No, here.
Okay.
But like for a brief 20 minutes of just really hot air.
Yeah, let's get super sweaty before we head out for the night.
how does that make
But it's
sense?
like fresh out the shower.
That's
We
even
don't put our
worse.
outfits
Then
on
your
yet.
shower doesn't take.
You're just reapplying the fucking right guard.
Yeah.
To the armpits.
What is wrong
Well,
with
it's not for everybody. Clearly.
Well, hold on. 40 degrees outside.
I don't think it's for anybody.
I'm not trying to walk into a 70-degree room when it's 40 degrees outside. Like I want heat. I'm going from cold to being warm. Why would I want to go from cold to being colder?
This sounds weird and
But
this
it
sounds
is going to
weird.
be warmer.
It is. It doesn't sound
We
weird.
were like
It's
naked
weird.
not all the time. That sounds crazy. But like we would like get ready and just like brought on underwear because we didn't want to put the outfits on yet.
So that's the reason for the heat
So it's like
blast?
shivering
There's like
cold.
t-shirt time, Jersey Shore.
Yes. Yes.
Shirt before the shirt. Tell them
Shirt
about the
before
shirt
the
before the
Blast
shirt.
that
Shirt
heat.
before the shirt.
Yes.
So if it's 30 degrees here, say, and you're in a hotel, what are you doing to the thermostat once you get in?
68.
Yeah. You
I go
turn
to
it down.
65 in hotels.
Year round?
Oh yeah.
I feel that, but get out of the
What
shower.
is this, a polar plunge?
But
Like,
the-
it's not
no,
even refreshing.
It's
No,
the
but-
same temperature.
But if you're walking,
Regardless, I'm not off the heat versus cool thing. I want it to be warm.
it's almost the other thing where it's like if you're outside and it's freezing, no matter what you walk into in your room, it's going to feel warm.
Sure, and I want it to feel as warm as I can because I'm cold.
No, but then you're going to sleep. You're going to sleep at night when it's 75 degrees in your hotel room, like Kelly Keys.
I probably could, but realistically, probably like 73.
Was she sleeping? I feel like it all depends on the activity.
And I think she said like she could have gone hotter. Like she was
Like she was
fucking
cozied up in
crazy.
bed.
yeah, let's lay in
Kind of.
bed in 80
That wasn't
degree
bedtime.
weather.
That was getting ready for
Exactly. So that doesn't count. Because I would
That's
blast the heat.
lunacy.
Maybe,
Lunacy.
yeah, maybe she knows she's gonna be getting out of the shower or walking around naked for a little bit.
Yeah. Cold, wet hair. Just getting ready.
You men, you don't think.
I
Girls
think
are-
enough
girls
to
are
know
just a
that
mystery to me.
it's 75 is way too hot.
the show. It's like
In
agitating.
Yeah,
any single,
You know.
It's
Well, it's
comfortable.
like one of those things where like I'll take a shower and then I'll be like, it's too hot in here. Like even if I'm trying to like brush my teeth, whatever, get ready, I'm like I have to get out of here until like the heat from the shower goes away.
75 is a little bit too much, obviously. I think a standard would be like 72, 73, but no.
But
What
if-
is your house
Well,
at during the winter?
I'm very confused.
right
by
now it's at 68.
I see like you're confusing.
That's
to me.
pretty confusing. That's pretty crazy.
How's that crazy?
But it's not
Because it's
blasting
cold.
any air, so it's just staying whatever temperature it's like set at. If the
Yeah,
air is
think
I
that's
have the heat
understand.
on.
I think that's good.
I have the heat
Also,
on.
she's
Hannah. I
probably
know
getting-
how thermostats work.
all right. Debatable.
This is I can't believe we're even having this discussion
Okay,
right now.
if I'm
guys-
getting ready
the
naked
discussion
for
should
an
be
hour.
what
blast that heat.
size of a psychopath Kelly Keegan is to have it at 75.
A
I
naked
think it's
one.
psychopathic.
A
Okay,
naked one.
I get 75. It might be a little too high,
little
but
bit.
I
It's
don't think that's
way too
too. I don't think like 73 is too high for
Oh,
the winter.
Fuck
I
yes,
wouldn't
it
be
is.
able to sleep.
That's sleeping.
Do you guys like
No
hate
way,
fires?
dude.
Like, have you ever warmed up by a fire before?
Yeah, I
Yes.
love that. I have a wood.
Isn't
I have
that
a
too
fire,
hot?
But like you don't. I think the fire is really more
Like
for,
fire inside a house, like a fireplace.
Yeah.
Sure, either one. Like you guys just hate heat.
No, but like the fireplace, like that's really more for like an ambiance.
You guys are
Yeah.
fucking snow miser.
How much do you cozy up in bed? I literally started sweating. Like I could not, even in the winter.
I mean, I'm not 75 again. I'm like 73, but
That's still pretty toasty.
I don't
am
know.
Dude, are you instantly?
flabbergasted by this conversation.
Yeah, like you start to get that neck sweat, then it's like I can't sleep.
No chance.
Not a lick, dude.
I don't know.
I needed to be a
I
fucking
was
icebox.
I was so I walked into I had hotel issues all over the place. New York, my hotel, the thermostat just was off, and it was completely just off, and I like pressing it didn't do nothing. So I'm like, all right, like, and I was only staying for a night, so it's like, what do you do?
You call down and say, hey, I need another room.
You probably
See?
went full Karen.
See, I agree with that.
But here was my window. I needed to hustle over because Cyber Monday was starting, and like I needed to be there for a while. So then by the time I got back, it was like kind of late. I was like, all right.
Did you crack a window or no?
So this is where the story
Big
changes.
mistake.
So I'm like, all right, I'll just crack a window. I swear to God, 415A, there was the biggest fucking beeping war going on this fucking New York streets you've ever heard.
That's the problem with New York.
I don't know how people live there.
I don't either.
It's like, and this is not like, I know Tom Lay, if he was here, he'd be killing me
Kool-Aid
for it.
man.
You're gonna edit this out.
Yeah, I know, but it was like crazy. And I got up. I was 2 seconds. I regret not doing it because I almost grabbed my phone and made a video in my like hazy state and being like, how the fuck does this happen? There was like a guy unloading like watermelons or squash or whatever, and he was like blocking the whole street. The whole fucking bunch of cars, Toyota Corollas, Uber, and people from the fucking club or wherever, and they're honking, and it was a disaster.
Yeah.
A disaster.
This is
so I
almo-
got to close that, then I'm
Yeah.
getting hot, and I'm doing the rotation. It was nuts.
I
It
think
was
like
nuts.
the Tom Lay analogy there. I really do think it is like that scene from My Cousin Vinny. You guys seen that movie?
Yeah.
Everybody's seen that where he's like out in some peaceful cabin in the woods and there's like crickets and owls and shit and he like can't sleep and then they put him in the jail where it's like chaos and he's out like a light. Like I think like whatever your background ambient noise
Yep.
is, because I can't sleep if it's like dead quiet.
Same.
Neither can I. I
Yeah.
got a fan running out 365.
I need to have like a podcast or an audiobook that
Same.
I've listened to like 100 times.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like white noise. It's just like you know
Right,
what's
like I don't
coming.
want to know. I don't want to hear anything new.
Yes.
If it's something new that I might get interested in,
can't
then I'm
have
out.
that
Then I'm
either,
asleep. Yeah.
But this was like, and I don't mind like, a little hustle and bustle.
Yeah.
I could do, but these guys were like,
Like
I'm
one
tell-
of you just shoot the other one and get
yeah,
out.
yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, exactly. Kill this motherfucker. And let's
Shut the
keep it
fuck
moving.
up.
Yeah, exactly. Beat his ass and take his car.
Right, yeah.
Or don't do anything at all.
Do you think?
If one of you guys doesn't kill somebody, I'm calling the cops.
Exactly. Yes,
Do you
exactly.
think if the air worked and it was very cold, nice temperature, you would get that fussy and angry at those guys?
Well, because when I shut the window, it was very faint. I still heard it, but I would have slept right through it.
Yeah.
But since I had to have the window open, I was
You might as well be on the sidewalk.
exactly. But
Yeah.
then once I turned it off, once I closed the window because of that, then of course that was 415A. Then at 515A, I'm fucking hot. So then I'm popping it back open, and then I'm in this fucking constant state of
Should have just
That's no
called.
fun,
Should have
Ed.
just called for a new room.
it's horrible. Then I fucking got to catch this 9 o'clock fucking Amtrak to Boston. It was just.
They should have spotted you points in the dozen based on your sleep.
I know. It was
You
planes,
prob-
trains, and automobiles.
Yeah,
for
you
me,
probably
dude.
would have gotten a couple extra points.
Yeah. Hey, nice town, Mystic, Connecticut.
You like that?
Yeah, we drove through.
I remember because that's where my mom's family's kind of from, and I remember that was like a big we're taking a trip to Mystic Seaport.
Really nice
Yeah.
town. It looks like it's like a.
I think they got a big aquarium there, if I remember correctly.
People tweeted that to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Apparently, Julia Roberts shot a movie there. It was Matt Damon's first movie.
Mystic Pizza.
At the aquarium.
Yes. But I guess the pizza's bad though. Well,
Mystic Pizza.
Well, it's small business. Go eat the pizza.
yeah.
Sorry.
Or just stop off in New Haven first to get the
Yeah,
real stuff.
Sorry.
Are you guys honkers?
I don't know what that means.
Like a car?
I don't know if I've ever done it. Like,
Dude,
me,
I'll tell you what, Dave. Listen, there's
this
a couple.
guy's a honker.
Me? I'm not.
No, I can see you doing it just like how you do the thing.
I'll
with
give the little courtesy tap.
but like you
I
get
won't lay on
not-
a horn.
yeah, you're-
unless I'm like super you almost
you
caused
ever-
me to run off the road. Then I'll fucking lay on
It's like
it.
every
Do you
time.
ever do it just to entertain yourself?
No.
Because you are a person like you steal the right of way just to entertain yourself.
Yeah, that's just that little back road where I know no one's gonna get hurt or anything.
Well, it's like necessary.
Because I like to see their
sometimes.
reaction. They pulled a sweaty Brian, and that's fun. I haven't done that in a minute. I should start doing that again. You want to do that today?
I'll honk at the people who are just lackadaisical.
Right.
You know,
I agree.
I
Like
gotta
the
tell
people
ya.
who are going like 20 and like fucking, it's just like, dude, like you gotta like get in the game. Like I'm like a coach. Like, you know, I just want to shake them. Like that's what I'm trying to do.
I don't think this really actually makes sense, but it does make sense in my brain. I don't respect a Tesla honk.
I was going to ask, how's
I
the
don't know
horn?
what that. I don't know why, but if like a Tesla honked at me, I'm not changing anything.
I would be pissy too. I would be pissy too.
Yeah, like what?
I would if you honked at me.
What do you mean?
I don't know. It's just
You
like
know how fucking fast Teslas are?
no, I don't think it's not even a
It's not
speed.
speed.
It's not
I'll
a speed.
beat you off the fucking line,
It's
pal.
not a speed thing. It's not an anything thing. But if it's like a Tesla, I'm just like
But you know what I mean, though?
you're not even like a real car.
All right, it's fair. It's a fair point.
You're like a remote control car.
It's a fair point.
All right.
It's
yeah.
a fair point.
Yeah.
The beeping is very.
But you know what I mean? No, I won't beep at like an aggressive person because that's the person who's got a fucking wrench in the back and he's gonna hit me over the head with it.
Yeah.
But someone who's like fucking going 22 and he's like looking out the window, like it's like
Well,
Or on their phone.
yes,
or, yeah.
like dude,
on
like,
the phone, I get.
yes,
On the phone at a
Pissed.
stoplight.
Yes.
That's the one where I get pissed.
yes.
Where
That's
it's like you can tell they're on their phone and the light's green, and you're like, and especially if you're trying to make that left turn where the green is only green for a little bit.
Unprotected.
That's what I was gonna say. A big fight or flight response is when you get that green arrow and it's only a couple seconds. So if they stall even 2 seconds, you can miss the turn.
yep.
That's when you got to give a nudge.
Then you're going to be there for
Get a
another
bad
minute and a
light,
half.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this morning
oh no.
I make a turn and I go to pull into a Dunkin' Donuts and there's a car. It's like going uphill into the parking lot and there's 2 arrows. You can go out and in. And it's taking up both. And I give him like 3 seconds, not doing anything. And then I honk. And then he gets out of his car. He goes, bro. I'm like, yeah. He's like, my car broke down. Can you help me push it? I'm like, God damn it.
Fuck.
Is it on Ashland?
all because I honked. No, it was Lincoln, the Dunkin' on Lincoln and yeah, by Ashland. No, Lincoln and what's that fucking street? Damon maybe? But why do you ask?
I love
Ashland and fucking whatever is a nightmare.
I
Ashland
love
and
that
Wellington. No, that's a nightmare
Oh,
drive-through
yeah.
for a Dunkin'. Nightmare drive-through for a
That
Dunkin'.
bridge has been out for,
Wait, Ashland and
in Wellington.
Ashland and Wellington.
You're thinking Ashland Webster.
I am thinking Webster.
yeah.
I was
I was going to say, there's no bridge yet.
Yeah, I was thinking Webster.
Yeah.
W. It's got my W.
Ashland
confused.
next to the Jewel Osco. That's a fun one.
Yeah, it's a nuts.
That's where my hidden gem Italian place is. Then I will shop. La Gondola.
But Danny, my dad, he was in that same situation where a guy's car broke down. The guy asked him to help him push it, and he got out and did. It was in a snowstorm. He had a hernia, so now it's just like, sorry, like I can't do it. I might get a hernia.
Dude, so it's pretty uphill that you have to get this car, and it's just me and him. Well, it's just me actually because he's in the car because he has to steer it. And
How disappointed do you think he was when you got out of the car like this little twink is going to push my car?
I was like, you want me to help or not?
You have to be the one controlling the steering wheel.
You think so?
Yeah,
No.
absolutely.
It's a tough call.
That's a pretty
No.
bold call because he could be walking, door open, steering and walking and pushing.
What kind of guy was he? Did he look like he was?
What's up?
Was he like in shape? Was he?
Yeah, he could have
Yeah.
beat my ass if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
But so
That's not answering the question, though.
So I try to push it, and then it comes back down. And mind you, we're on busy street, and so like I'm in the lane, like my leg all the way out, like trying to keep this car from hitting other cars now. And luckily, like 2 minutes later, another guy saw and helped us. And I was like, Jesus Christ! It was
That's
like
nice.
9 a.m.
You must have been really struggling for a second person to come out and be like, oh, this guy's about to get
I was
run
like,
over.
yeah. At one point, we're like, hey, we might have to stop and think about what we're doing next year because
Yeah,
we
get back
almost
to
just your dead car almost hit a semi.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's why I don't think I'm gonna be a honker anymore.
that's danger zone. No, but what I was gonna say, if I know about White Sox Dave, there's one thing that pisses him off more than anything, and it's about trucks or cars that block alleys.
Oh my God!
This man sees red.
It's true. I see red. It was at my old apartment. I used to the building was right next to. It was in between 2 restaurants. So every fucking day there was food deliveries and shit. And it didn't matter the time of day. I could be trying to pull in, and one way or the other, I would have to go all the way around to the other side. And it was a daily occurrence to the point where I just hit wit's end and I would steam coming out of my ears.
Yeah,
You're getting a little red right now.
I get furious about it.
It sucks because like a food truck blocking an alley as opposed to a car is almost like a CTA bus cutting you off. Like there's nothing
They
you do
have
about
no
it. You
regard
just-
for human life. Those
you-
CTA bus
you live with
drivers.
it.
They
yeah.
run the
They-
city. They run it.
They cut into the lane to their left after a
Dude.
stop. They don't even look.
The
It's like,
adrenaline rush
gotta
you
out
get
of the
when
way.
you're like in the middle on the side of a bus and you
we're
know they're
talking
going to
stealing right away. Every single time I have the chance to like alpha
the bus.
the bus
yeah.
driver with my little shitty Nissan Altima, I do it.
Oh,
Back when I
You
lived
can
on,
get a ticket.
when
I don't give a shit.
when I lived on Chicago Avenue.
Crumple that thing up and throw it on the ground like I do every other moving violation.
Yeah.
It's parking ticket.
Did you ever pay the Nebraska speeding ticket?
Iowa, yes I did. It was
Yeah.
$360.
It's tough. But when
Fucking
I was
10 over.
I was living in
Fucking
Chicago and
cocksuckers.
Hoyne, and there was like a bus stop right there, and there was a van, like one of those old like hippie Beetle vans, like, but
Yeah.
it looked like
Mystery
it,
Machine.
yeah,
Volkswagen.
but it looks like it was in like mint condition, like somebody was really taking care of it. Like they wanted that car.
They
Or-
lived in that
Yeah,
car.
I think
maybe,
that'd be a sweet car to
maybe,
have.
and it was parked right on the side where that Parsons Chicken and Fish
Yeah.
is, and the bus comes up, smashes the absolute shit, takes the driver's side, obviously rear view or side mirror off, leaves a big giant scrape on the side. The bus just kept rolling. Like,
Oh, I
like
believe it.
They
clearly
got
hit
people
it.
to
Like,
drop off.
yeah, the bus just like did not give a fuck and just kept rolling.
I respect it though.
I do not.
Like
shit to do.
they just do their thing. I'm so scared of them.
What do you respect about hitting and damaging someone's car? How do you respect that?
They're just doing their thing. The car shouldn't have been there.
Their
Was it in the bus lane?
Their dedication
No.
is what you respect. Their motivation to keep going.
They just got to do what they got to do. I'm just terrified of them.
Speaking of honking, like 3 weeks ago, I was also in a situation where I needed to make the green arrow, and there was a taxi in front of me, and he wasn't moving. So then, for the first time in my life, I got to honk at a taxi. It felt like starting a fight with a meathead or something.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a war you can't really win.
Yeah. Well, they know those roads.
I've noticed this, and I noticed this when I was out in Arizona with Francis a couple weeks back. When I'm at a green light, unprotected, turning left, so there's no arrow, I always creep out to the middle of the intersection. So
As
you
you
wait
should.
for. Yeah, they don't do that in Arizona.
Wait, it's a big deal
So
in Arizona.
only one car goes, and it drove me fucking crazy.
I think that's a
Crazy.
fluke. It's like a known thing in Arizona because the intersections are massive. You got to risk it for the biscuit. Like
I lived in
I know
Arizona
2
for a
people got
decent
hit.
enough amount of time, and they never creeped out into the middle of the intersection. Enough to the point where I would tweet about it, how crazy it would drive me. Instead of 2 or 3 or 4 cars even going, well, 3, it would only be the one car almost every single time.
Yeah, it's a humongous intersection. It's such a risk. I know 2 people
No,
got
I'm
hit.
talking anywhere in the Scottsdale area.
Oh, Scottsdale's different though.
A lot of people don't do
How?
no turn on red too. We take that for granted.
It's more like city in there.
In New Jersey, a lot of places don't even have left turns. You got to take what's called a jug handle. So you got to go around to the other, like the cross intersection that you're
Does
trying
Detroit
to cross.
have those too?
No, it's only New Jersey. And then you get into that lane and then you go straight instead of
Oh,
turning
yeah.
left at a light.
Ever been on a roundabout?
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. I'll tell the
That's
people
a
all
wild
about
time.
it. Yeah.
Getting lost on a roundabout and then just keep going and going when
Wow.
you keep missing it.
Who the fuck does that?
No,
when a
I-
roundabout comes out
You
of
do?
nowhere. Yes, I didn't want to get off the wrong thing, so I just kept doing it. I kept missing it like 3 times.
Recalculating.
Oh.
I was like, fuck, I missed it again. Just circling.
No, that's tough.
Do you still use your GPS to get home?
Every day.
Your TomTom.
That's
Every
good.
day.
That's peculiar.
Every day.
I mean, you know the way, right?
Yeah, but it gives me a better route every day. I use Waze every day.
And you take a different route every day?
When it tells me to, yeah. Sometimes it doesn't
Do you
tell
have
me to.
Do you have the audio on?
I mean, I drive. My drive home's like 45 minutes.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
so it's
all I
like if it can get me home in like 35 some days, like I'm gonna take it.
Yeah. Those
So-
10 minutes add up.
Not sure.
Well, you're
Right.
just going through alleys and shit.
Yeah.
Avoiding food trucks.
Going through cemeteries, dude. Fucking cutting off
that should
Mr.
be
Myrtle's
that should be a
fucking-
new.
God.
I'm kind of surprised we haven't had a content series where like Ed just like investigates old graves, like, and he just like does like the little pencil thing. It's like, oh, this one's from 1638.
Your eyes lit up just
Ed,
now.
Ed has a justified reason to go in the cemetery at night.
Oh, I'm
Yes.
gonna do. I actually, Harry, we do have to do a vlog. I was gonna tell you that there's supposedly a thing, because you guys have all been in my car on the dash. You could see people walk by.
Yeah.
Supposedly there's
and
a
the
thing.
sudden like ghosts.
Yeah, cemeteries
Yeah.
where there's no one around. Supposedly, there are people walking by in cemeteries.
So you're gonna do
Tesla
stakeout?
picks 'em up?
Yes,
Ooh.
and people think they're ghosts.
What if you hit one with the car? What do you think would happen?
Just fucking
5
Casper
years
right
bad
through.
luck.
5 years bad luck if you kill a ghost.
You can't have.
I don't think that's a
too
thing.
long
That's
to
a
have
mirror.
A mirror and an
Mirror's
umbrella.
10. Umbrella's 10 too, right?
Do you
Ladder's
believe
10.
that shit or no?
Yes.
Maybe not necessarily, but it's pretty easy to prevent it.
I would say I don't. I feel like the way my life has gone the last 7 years, I must have broken a mirror. Like, honestly, like I must have.
Why say that?
It's just been a run of bad luck.
Define
You feel like
bad
you broke
luck.
a mirror, Dave?
Dave probably owns a black cat. He's broken
Walking
a
under
mirror.
ladders,
Umbrella.
opening umbrellas inside. Yeah.
We should. That'd be funny, Dave.
Oh no.
What's that?
Like your next bad beat, we try to reverse it, and we just go to the alley, and you like uncage a black cat. You walk under a ladder, you fucking sledgehammer a mirror.
Step on all the cracks.
Yeah, and you're just like, I don't fucking believe this shit.
Somewhere in New Jersey, his mom's back breaks from stepping on a crack.
I'm breaking
Yeah.
it all, and then then everything just goes south. But it'd be
Yeah.
great if everything went great for you.
Yeah, we'll
That
buy
would
him
be
a rabbit's foot. That's a lucky item.
Yep.
Yeah.
Salt over the shoulder.
Yep.
Was that-
I'm so superstitious. I could never. It's just
Are
the
ya?
mirror thing. Yeah.
What is it if you spill salt then you throw it over your shoulder?
Yeah.
Left.
Why isn't there any reversals for the other ones? Like
Why?
if you open an umbrella inside, why can't you just do something real quick to counteract the bad luck the same way
Yeah,
with
just
the
do
salt?
like a fucking penguin, like the I don't know,
Yeah.
Like hypnotize the penguin thing.
penguin.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Oh.
Danny DeVito. No,
Maggie said I looked like Danny DeVito the other day.
What?
that's like
That's like the
From
worst
behind,
thing.
I
it's like the
was
furthest off comparison you could have.
Yeah, I don't
from
know.
behind apparently, which
He's bald.
No.
Sure, he's not really.
Well, she was
bald,
like,
is he?
"Oh,
Yeah,
Danny,
he's
I'm sorry, Hannah."
Completely bald. He has like a
And-
cul-de-sac.
Sean literally agreed too. And I don't. It was just a very offensive day. Like they were
Well,
like.
here's the
cackling.
thing about Sean,
Okay.
Hannah. He's an idiot.
How
No.
dare you? Look at him.
I see him.
He literally has like.
Sean's a legend. For people that don't know Sean is Sean Outdoors. He's
Yeah.
He's Sydney Wells' producer.
Straddle Sean.
Straddle Sean. He's in.
Can we tell that story? Can we get him in here? Nah, I don't want him in
if he
here.
wants to.
I'll be with them all weekend. Are you excited to kill a deer for the first time?
I am.
Are you going hunting this weekend?
Yeah.
Sean on the camera. Oh, God.
Sean's so funny. Like Sean has to sit in a tree for like 9 hours and can't even like rustle a leaf during buck season, and
Dude.
there's a great chance he gets nothing out of it.
And he's not
Low-key.
not allowed to shoot the gun. Like he's not allowed to have any fun.
Yeah, like he can't go on his phone. Like he can't
Yeah.
move.
He
Low
needs to like
key.
watch the prey.
Probably like one of the toughest producer jobs here.
And he's not like an outdoors guy.
Yeah,
Or at least
he-
he wasn't at first.
Yeah.
He's probably picked up a ton
Oh yeah.
over the last
But-
couple of years. Yeah.
But not allowed to though.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Like he's been edging. He's been edging
Yeah.
like the whole time. He just does everything except for hunt.
So sad. Well, the running joke is like he hunts for his food because he's just like, I couldn't imagine him in the wild, just starving because
Straddle Sean.
he looks starving and tired here in the wilderness.
He like goes to pick a berry off the tree, and he's like, "Sean, shut up."
Other than Sydney, who do you think would last the longest
In the woods?
In our office in the woods.
Is it
Probably
hotter?
me.
Is it hot or cold?
What?
It is definitely not you.
Probably me.
Not even fucking close.
Harry?
Should we do our own alone series?
It's
I
1,000%
don't think
me.
Probably Harry. Probably.
But Dave, like you would, there's a chance like you like accidentally like walk off a cliff or something though too.
I don't
Or
think-
eat the wrong berries or like.
That's a good
Yeah.
movie.
yeah,
It
I
is a
don't
good
think.
movie.
I don't
That's
think
a
Harry.
fucking underrated movie. And that is outstanding.
Into the Wild.
Been on my list for like a year
Oh,
now, and I
dude.
just need to watch it.
It's
It
very
is
good.
one of the.
It's a true
one
story,
of my favorite.
too.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, it's very yeah.
Story.
Very sad.
I think she's a great actor.
He is a phenomenal actor. He was heavy on the rise, and then he fucked up big time.
What do you do?
He punched a female executive in the face
Ooh.
I didn't
at a
not
bar.
know
Do that
this.
at a
Or
bar.
he choked her out. Something. Go look it up. in case I got the facts wrong.
I'm blanking on his name.
Emil Hirsch, yeah.
The girl next door, right?
Yeah.
He is.
I love that movie too.
Yes.
Yeah,
And I don't know if that's
Lone
stunted.
Survivor. Like he's
outstanding in that movie.
But Harry would survive. Probably the most out of all of us. Just wanted to point that out. Then Chief, then me, then Danny.
He was charged with attacking and strangling a Paramount Pictures executive.
2018.
Female?
Yes.
Tiny
Danielle
female.
Bernfeld.
How mad you got to be to just strangle?
I think he was just super fucked up.
That's like
like
crazy,
fucked
though.
up in the head.
No, like hammered.
That's still-
I'm not condoning.
No,
I'm not
I know,
condoning.
but like you, that's
Still,
in
yes,
you.
I
That's in
know.
you when
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
sober.
Because it's what he claimed he did not remember what had happened, as the event happened when he was taking stimulants while inebriated. He pled guilty to misdemeanor assault and was sentenced to 15 days in jail. He was fined $47.50, received 90 days probation, and was ordered 50 hours of community service. He entered a rehab facility following
I
assault.
did not know any of
Yeah,
this.
no, well,
Most
he's
shocking.
a great actor.
Yeah. The fact that it happened at a Tao in Utah. I'm shocked that there's a Tao in Utah.
What the? That's
crazy.
a weird combo.
Very weird. Park City is supposed to be awesome. I've
Yeah.
never been, but it's supposed to be great.
Who's your bet?
Of who would last the longest?
Yeah.
I know how to start fires.
Really?
I do.
I could see you getting
I
really.
used to do it when I was a kid, Hannah.
I could see you
In
being
all
like,
climates.
"Fuck this" after 24 hours, though.
And like it's so cranky and then like wear yourself out.
The only reason I'm cranky is because I got to deal with you assholes all day.
I don't know about that.
How do you think
I'm
we
joking.
feel? No, I don't know who would. Not me. I'll say it right now. I'm a city boy.
It's absolutely me, and I'm going to do it hunting this weekend. I'm going to show you how to start a fire.
You're gonna start a fire from scratch.
Yep.
We'll just be in the middle of the woods and you're gonna start a fire.
I'll have a
No
battery on me.
tools.
Yes, please.
You're gonna
no
do
tools.
it. You're gonna do it like rubbing sticks
You
together.
should really do this now.
Yeah.
were you
I don't
a
think
Boy Scout, Dave?
I wasn't.
I was.
I follow
so
a bunch
maybe
of
I
these
would
accounts
survive.
on Instagram.
The Weeblo Scouts.
Naked and
Yeah.
Afraid. Would you ever do that?
Well, what?
I don't know. I've never watched a show. You just are in the wilderness naked, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Hardest part, no shoes.
Well, what we're describing right now is like
That's
the show
fine for me.
Alone on Netflix. No shoes. It's just like what we're describing. Alone, you get like you have to spend 100 days in a remote spot. You get like 10 items. Last man standing wins.
Damn.
Barstool Chicago Alone coming soon.
I got Harry. I think like Harry, it would be like 2 days would go by before he realized he was lost, and then like he'd be like, "Oh shit! Like I need to get out of here." Like, and then I think he'd be good.
Like his instincts would kick in, be like, "Oh, the moss is growing this way."
Yeah,
oh,
exactly. Yeah.
Fall trails, and then
Going with Harry.
I think that's a
Narrow.
fallacy. I'm just saying.
what are you like? Some wilderness like guy?
I told you I follow a bunch of accounts on Instagram.
That means that's not the same.
And I'm the only one who's killed a deer here.
You'd probably pull
turkeys.
a Bear Grylls and book the second night in a hotel. People forget.
I used to love that show.
I
Absolutely.
was very disappointed when I found out he was a fraud.
And then the other guy that's tried to say that he
Les Stroud,
right? No, Les Stroud was a guy from Hardcore Pawn. You are incorrect there. The old guy with like the curly. He was bald, but he had like a curly mullet. I'm pretty sure I'm correct there.
Well, Les Stroud sells a survival kit, so I think I might be right.
well, regardless.
Yeah, Les Stroud is Survivor Man. I'm right.
Dave would be like without a paddle. You know that like cheesy movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, where he's like curl up with
cast.
yeah.
Let's take our clothes off and huddle together for warmth.
Yeah.
Oh, Les Gold was his name. So you were right.
Thank
Credit
you.
to me for admitting it. Anyways,
Without
so
a
he
paddle.
tried to say that he didn't use hotels or anything like that. Like he was actually doing it all. There was one scene I very specifically remember this. It was a shot where he was walking away from the camera, and
Yeah.
there was like dusk behind him, so there were shadows from like the sun going down, and the camera was panning up, and you could clearly see the shadow of the camera crew behind him. I was like,
Exposed.
"What the fuck is this? This guy's a liar."
He was probably drinking lemonade this whole time, not piss.
Probably. There were. He did do. They both did some fucked up shit though.
I mean, Bear Grylls was drinking his own pee 15 minutes in. It's crazy.
It's bold. That's bold.
There was another. I was thinking about
Do you
this.
remember the
earlier.
one where he was out in Africa somewhere, And he's like, the great source of water when you're in the savannah is to squeeze elephant dung
Yeah, I
into
saw
your
that one.
mouth. And it's like, Jesus, I
And he
think
just
I'd
did
rather
it.
just be dead.
There was
Yeah.
another one. I lost all respect for him. What was his name again?
Les Stroud,
No, the other guy.
Bear Grylls.
Bear Grylls. He had Drew Brees on an episode, and they were in like the Amazon forest or something. And Drew Brees brought a football, and they were talking. He's an English dude, obviously.
Can't throw.
He couldn't throw. It was like me trying to throw lefty. I was disgusted with him. I'm like, this guy
That's a
can't
real
throw.
thing.
It is absolutely. If you can't throw a football, you're not a man. I don't care if you're in the British Marines or whatever they call them.
And if you are dumped off somewhere, there's a chance that your best weapon is your right arm, and you got to throw a rock at an animal's
Like
head.
a fucking charging zebra or something.
Yeah,
or
that's
rhinoceros.
Just hit it like it's on a slant
Exactly.
route. Just smoke it right
Just
in the eyeball.
right between the eyes, Danny. He
Yeah.
couldn't do that.
That's like something you need.
Even Drew Brees had a look on his face like, what the fuck was
Yeah.
that?
that's like
Have you ever
something you
thrown
need to
anything?
like carve out in childhood, like learn how to ride a bike.
Do you
like,
think-
you need to learn
Yeah.
how to throw a football?
Do you think like so? Now I'm thinking like we all kind of share that, right? Like if you saw a guy, like you're like, oh, that guy's hot, and then you saw him throw a football and he couldn't.
I'd walk away.
Okay.
I'd
Thank you.
turn around 180.
Right.
Do you think it's weirder that with guys can't talk sports at all, though?
Talking sports?
Yeah. What do you think about that?
You know what I fucking hate?
But a girl probably wouldn't catch on to that.
No, I feel like it depends. I feel like I've seen where a guy like immediately goes, I'm not really into sports, so like confronted immediately, or the quiet one who
Yes.
just nods
Yes.
quietly.
There's
Then
something you should know.
No, I was in a situation very recently within the last week with, I'm not going to air out anybody.
Say it.
dude,
I'm not going to do that because I do like these people. But
suspicious.
people, or specifically guys, not girls, I don't give a shit about that. Guys that act like
Put it
they
on a
know
quote
what they're
card.
talking, like they're insecure about their lack of sports knowledge, but they try to fit in because they want to like impress you with their sports knowledge, and it's like, dude, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like that's cringeworthy to me. Like just change the subject to music. Or
Or just listen. I don't mind if like,
Ask questions.
yeah, just be like honest. Like,
No,
just,
don't ask me
and
questions.
Listen to other people talk about it. Like if you don't want to talk about it, I respect that. Just enjoy the combo, maybe,
Yeah. Can't be stupid if you say nothing.
but don't be weird about it.
Yeah. See, I have no problem like asking a question that's dumb. I think probably people who listen to these shows know that. Where it's like, I don't mind looking like.
but
the
you
dumb
have
Yeah.
expertise in other areas. That's
Well,
the
I
thing.
think most people do.
Asking
Yeah, but
questions is good.
sports wise is what I'm
Oh
saying.
yeah, but like
This particular person had not 1 ounce of knowledge. Like it'd be like me trying to talk soccer about every single sport.
yeah,
is
but that's
this?
like the thing with me with soccer, where I thought I kind of knew a decent amount, and then I really started paying attention this year, and it's like I am stunned by how little I knew about this sport. Like it's, and then when you talk to people who actually know what they're talking about, you're like, oh fuck, like this is because they've been following it for 30 years the way that it.
And then you're the guy.
Yeah, well, no, because then I'll just ask questions like, why are
But
we
that-
doing this like that?
It's
you know?
acceptable
I think
to
it's
not know
also
about
it's
soccer.
super important to get ahead of that shit too.
Yeah, he wasn't
Yeah.
trying to do that. He was trying to sound smart, but it was just.
Yeah.
Yes, overcompensating.
But I
Yeah.
think that's the thing, no matter what the subject matter is. You
I
know?
don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know
I mean,
anything
like,
about
if
anything.
you just genuinely are curious and ask questions,
Yeah.
no shame in that. But don't, like, pretend you know and, like,
Agreed.
be weird about it. It's okay to
It's
not
also,
know.
yeah, it's all right just not to be like, I'm not a fucking expert, bro.
Right.
Like, it's all right
Yeah.
to just be like, I'm
No
just like
shame.
a fan.
Right, and I'm just trying
Yeah,
to figure it out. I'm trying to
exactly.
learn. Yeah, and this I do want to circle back to this too, because you said you wouldn't be attracted to anybody who threw a ball. I feel like that has to be like the entire rest of the world, except for like Canada. We're the only ones that throw balls.
No, I feel like it's a
Not necessarily.
general
Japan.
athletic.
Okay,
Hand-eye
but like they're not
coordination.
like if you go to England and there's like some fucking Prince William, and
Whoa.
or whatever, and
What are you doing hanging with him?
but I wouldn't, but he can't throw a ball. Like he's never played a sport. He's
A
never,
football?
What
Ball?
a cricket.
cricket. They like
You're using like
It's a different motion.
It's a totally different
Yeah.
motion.
Overall, I feel
You're not
like
allowed
there's
to
a
bend your elbow.
but there's a range.
I think.
It's like an athleticism range.
Right.
Like just miss completely to the ground. That's too much. Not perfect, but you can throw.
Like, what if he couldn't throw a football, but then you just watch him drain like 2 threes in a row?
Like it's a general hand-eye coordination.
But I kind of feel like if there's ever a time where it's like there's a sexiest man in the world, People magazine, and they pick an English guy, I'd be like, well, he can't throw a ball. So like,
He's out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
like, this is a
eliminated.
bullshit.
Yeah.
But it's also
Yeah.
there's levels to not being able to throw a ball, right?
Yeah, like you can't spiral. It's one thing,
Yeah,
but if
yeah,
you're throwing
yeah,
it
yeah.
sideways,
Yeah, if you're throwing it like in, you're like
Stepping with the wrong
Yeah,
foot.
exactly.
Or it's like more
Like
of
it
a
goes-
chest pass. Well,
Yes.
that's like the telltale indicator. Well, now
but
I
then
want
it's like well, but like here's the thing:
No, go ahead. You were about to say
Nah,
something. No,
I-
you can say it. This is a trust tree.
if you Dr Pepper challenged it,
yeah.
I would chest pass it.
I think I would
think
too,
I would-
just because
I
there's
think I'd-
money up for grabs.
I think
Yeah.
I would
And you
rather
go
lose.
faster like that.
I think I would rather lose than
That's-
throw it the
no
right
way.
way.
That's toxic masculinity.
That's
There's
That's
no
toxic-
such thing.
yes,
There's no such
that's
thing.
toxic masculinity.
that's
no such thing.
That's no. He's an idiot. He wouldn't do that. He's
well,
not.
would you do a potty shot, half court shot in front of the arena?
What's a potty shot?
You
I
know,
feel like-
under,
Oh, yeah.
underhand.
The
like-
diagrama
I
shot.
I called him granny shots.
I mean,
yeah.
I would have a better shot with that. So yes,
oh, that's true. Yeah.
That's true. You got the
with the
yips.
yips.
I would throw it like a baseball. For
Oh,
half
see,
court.
I couldn't do
I
that.
like
told
what
you
Rico
that.
did when Portnoy is some of the funniest fucking. Portnoy is so good in those moments when Portnoy and he was just like in his Portnoy laugh, just roasting Rico at that Philly thing.
Yeah.
You can't be short there. If you launch it 10 yards over the basketball, over the hoop, who gives a shit?
My goal is hit.
You
like,
can't
hit
leave it.
backboard. Hit backboard.
Yeah, who's
Backboard's
gonna
cool.
like?
yeah, but if you bazooka it, that's not great either.
Yeah.
That's a
Oh, it's
bazooka.
a million times better
I
than
agree
leaving it
with them.
short.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. The
I
fucking
agree.
shots to hit like the top of like
That
what's
looks
holding up
bad.
the rim. That's terrible.
Or like they off the shot clock or something.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
right.
I think
Scoreboard.
that would
Fucking,
be
yeah.
way better than shooting it to the free throw line.
I think
Oh,
so too,
yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, I would agree.
Just like
Okay.
Because at least you're showing off the arm strength. You just don't have the command.
Yeah.
Story of your life.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
He loves living off that. Which is fair. It's a good rebuttal.
I feel like a series of competitions between all of us, fire making, throwing things. We gotta do it. We gotta just figure out, rank the whole
A
office.
decathlon.
Yeah.
Relay race.
Watch like Sean win.
Straddle Sean, the legend.
Get Sean out of the tree.
The legend.
Sean, you can come eat now.
All right, we'll wrap it there. Thanks, guys, for hopping on. We should Wishfest tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wishfest.com, WEISH.
Everything's sold out, but you can make
There's a silent
donations.
auction. There's a
There's silent
auction.
auctions. It just started like an hour or two ago. I got the text.
Yeah, so go check that out if you want to go buy some items. So Wishfest,
It'll be
WEISH.
sweet items too.
FEST.com. Go check that out. The event is sold out, but good cause. Go check that
The
out.
fray will be there.
Yes.
And if you don't make it the next morning, 9 a.m., Barstool River North, USA.
Good.
Watch party.
Good job, Hannah. All right, we'll see you guys on Monday
The
for the
fray will
draft.
not be there.